All right, it's Saturday, and now we get to cover something lighthearted and very positive, unlike what's been going on in the news this past week. So, huge change of pace here, and I think it's necessary. I think this will do everybody some good here to hear something positive that's going on in the world. Now, so there's this nonprofit organization that's combating blindness. Their name is the Himalayan Cataract Project. And most of you, like myself, probably are not aware that there are 39 million people around the world who are blind and 246 million people who suffer with low vision. Now, 90% of those who are affected from blindness live in the developing world. And 80% of the people that are blind around the globe can be reversed and can be cured. Now, blindness is a much bigger issue in the developing world because what happens is that when somebody's mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandpa, you get the picture. When they become blind, that means somebody from their family has to come out of the workforce, has to stop going to school, has to stop their life, so that way the person who is afflicted by the blindness can get around and not be stuck at home. So that's a huge issue, and it roughly costs about $49 billion annually from people becoming blind and it being preventable. So what this Himalayan Caterotic project is doing is going to these developing worlds to try to fix this problem, and they have been fixing this problem. Actually, since 1995 to now, they have restored vision in 600,000 people. 600,000 people. Now, there's still millions more who need this surgery and who need help in general regarding their vision. And the reason they're mainly targeting the developing world, obviously, is because 90% of the people affected with blindness live there, but that is because of the malnutrition, the living environments, etc., that allow for eye diseases to run rampant over there. And cataracts is something that's serious over there, and it is extremely curable. And so what this non-profit foundation has done has started to perform this surgery back in the 90s. And they do an incision in the eye and slide in a lens, a little plastic lens that allows for light to come through. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of what cataracts is, that basically just starts clouding your vision and preventing light to come through. So by putting in this piece of plastic essentially into your eye, this lens that allows lights to come through, it restores vision immediately. Within the next day, they're saying that the patients remove the gauze and the bandages, and it takes them a couple seconds to realize that they are seeing again. And then there's this big, smile on their face, and they're with joy, and it's just a very, very, very emotional moment for them and for the viewers. If you wanted to check this out for yourself on their website, you can watch the video about it. It is very heartfelt, and it is awesome to see these people getting excited because they're able to see again, which then also means it is not only beneficial for them, but it's beneficial for their community, because in these developing worlds, they tend to live in communities, in tight-knit communities, and extended family, etc. So that means that these people who were giving up their lives so that way they could help out the individual, their family member, their community member who was affected by blindness, can now go back to work, can now go can now go about doing their things that they want to do in their lives to help their country out and help their community out. So not only does it benefit the people who are suffering because they can't see, but it helps their family and their community as well. And not only that, but something else that is very, very, very important when it comes to talking about this is that the life expectancy is shortened by 1/3 for people afflicted with blindness in these developing countries, which is sad. And that statistic is a lot worse when it comes to children who suffer from blindness. So right now, this nonprofit foundation is actually a semifinalist for the MacArthur Foundation 100 and Change competition that will award a $100 million grant to the winner, so that way they can help combat these critical social problems in the medical field that we have going on that can be cured. So right now, they're doing surgeries in places like India, Ethiopia, Nepal, Myanmar, Ghana, Bhutan, and a few other places as well. So they've been doing this since, like I said, since the 90s, and they were able to lower the surgery down to $25, so it's extremely affordable, and it's helping people out tremendously. It's helping communities out tremendously, and it's going to help the developing worlds out tremendously, because they're providing a cure to a problem that this shouldn't even be an issue, really, since this is that easy. I mean, the surgeries literally take anywhere from 4 to 20 minutes to perform, and they cost $25. $25. So this should have never reached the levels of which it has as far as the people afflicted by blindness. But now we are working on reversing that and helping those people in the developing countries to have a better life, and all around just help make the country a better place. Once we start, once this actually starts culminating into something bigger and it gets more recognition, probably if it wins this competition, it'll help gain some notoriety, so that way more people can help donate, more people can go out and help, because that was one of the biggest issues, is that they didn't have enough people to combat the blindness. And now they're actually over there helping the people who need it most. And I think this is a beautiful thing. This is awesome, because there are so many things going on in the world that we don't even think about, especially here in America, because we live in this bubble. We don't imagine these kind of issues going on. We don't think about what's going on in these third world, second world countries. We don't think about it because we have the luxury not to have to worry about those things, so they don't affect our lives directly. So there's a lot of reasons why we don't think about it that are completely understandable. However, we have to be aware of what's going on in our world if we truly want to be united and considered to be loving individuals. We have to realize what's going on with the other human beings in the world. And right now, they are being affected disproportionately by blindness, but they're working. I'm not a part of it, so I can't say we, but the Himalayan Cataract Project is one of those places one of those foundations that are just doing tremendous work and helping out people in unbelievable ways. So this is an awesome article that I read, and if you want to find out more about it, go to the Himalayan, just Google the Himalayan Cataract Project. You can donate, you can read more about their history. They have breaking it down and where they come from and how they got it started and all that good stuff. So this is a really beautiful thing, and I'm very glad that somebody's doing something like this, and it's helping out more than we realize. So I hope you all enjoyed the story today. I hope this maybe brings some light to your day and helps you think more positively about the world, although we live in a time where the political climate is insane and the temperatures are rising. But guess what? There are a lot of good things going on in the world. There's a lot of things to look forward to, and there's a lot of reasons to remain optimistic. So I hope you all have a great Saturday and enjoy your weekend.